Just a minute ago, an emotional and unexpected story resurfaced, that of Danna García, the Colombian icon of telenovelas, who went through unimaginable trials, marking a sad end to a period of her life. From international fame to a solitary battle against COVID-19, her journey is a mix of triumphs and sufferings that inspires and upsets. Ready to dive into the behind-the-scenes of this extraordinary life? Subscribe right now to Life Experience for captivating stories about human destinies. Turn on the bell, and don't miss any video that will make you reflect on resilience and the fragility of existence. Hello everyone and welcome to Life Experience, the channel that explores inspiring journeys, personal challenges, and unexpected turns that shape the lives of iconic figures. Today, we're diving into the complete and detailed story of Danna García, a Colombian actress whose meteoric career was overshadowed by devastating trials, including her fight against COVID-19. Born Danna María García Osuna on February 4, 1978, in Medellín, Colombia, daughter of the famous singer Claudia Osuna, Danna started her career at age 4 by appearing in commercials. Since then, she has never stopped working in the entertainment world, accumulating iconic roles in telenovelas that have captivated millions of viewers worldwide. But behind the lights of the sets hides a woman who has faced personal storms, from glory to isolation in the face of illness. In this extended video, we'll explore her journey in depth, divided into chapters to better understand each stage of her life. Stick with us for a journey of over 6,000 words through the highs and lows of a resilient star. Danna García's story begins in the bustling streets of Medellín, a city known for its vibrant culture and artistic heritage. Born on February 4, 1978, Danna María García Osuna is the daughter of Claudia Osuna, a popular Colombian singer who deeply influenced her passion for the arts. From a very young age, Danna was immersed in a creative environment. Her mother, an emblematic figure in Latin American music from the 70s and 80s, raised Danna and her sister Claudia in a home where music and performance were at the heart of daily life. Danna, with her expressive eyes and natural charisma, showed an early interest in cameras. At just 4 years old, she took her first steps in the industry by appearing in local commercials for Colombian brands, often alongside her mother or sister. These modest ad spots allowed her to get familiar with filming sets and the demands of the profession. Medellín, Danna's cradle, is a city marked by contrasts. On one side, the beauty of the Andes and a flourishing artistic scene. On the other, the socio-economic challenges of the 80s, a time when Colombia faced internal turmoil. Yet, Danna grew up protected by her family, who prioritized her artistic education. At 7 years old, she landed her first major TV role as the host of the children's show Noti Tutti Quanti, an educational and entertaining program broadcast on a national Colombian channel. This role thrust her into the spotlight. She presented segments on kids' news, games, and skits, already demonstrating remarkable ease in front of the camera. Critics at the time praised her freshness and contagious energy, comparing her to a budding little star. This hosting gig lasted several seasons and opened doors to acting. Soon after, she joined the cast of series like Imaginate, 1987, where she played a curious child exploring imaginary worlds, and Tontas Cosas, 1988, a family comedy that highlighted her comedic talents. These minor roles, though secondary, allowed her to learn the basics of the craft, memorizing lines, interacting with seasoned actors, and managing the stress of long shoots. During this time, Danna balanced school and sets. She attended private schools in Medellín, where she excelled in arts and languages, learning English and Spanish fluently, an asset that would serve her later in her international career. Her mother, Claudia, played a pivotal role as an informal manager, ensuring Danna wasn't exploited and maintained a balance between a normal childhood and emerging fame. Family anecdotes recount how Danna, after shoots, would come home to play with her sister, turning their living room into an improvised stage for home performances. These formative years forged her resilient character. Danna learned early that success requires hard work. In 1989, she appeared in Azúcar, a dramatic telenovela about sugar plantations, playing an innocent child facing social injustices. This role marked her entry into adult dramas, where she demonstrated surprising emotional depth for her age. Series Queridos, 1990, followed, a series about family bonds, solidifying her reputation as a child prodigy. In total, these beginnings accumulated over 500 hours of screen time before she turned 15, laying the foundation for a career spanning more than 4 decades. The 90s marked Danna Garcia's rise in Colombia, where she transitioned from child roles to more complex characters in telenovelas, the flagship genre of Latin American television. After her early starts, Danna changed projects. In 1991, she starred in La Casa de los Dos Palmas, a family saga about rivalries and secrets, where she played a rebellious young girl. This role earned her first positive reviews, highlighting her ability to convey nuanced emotions. Followed by La Otra Raya del Tigre, 1992, a drama about corruption, and Victoria, 1993, where she explored themes of love and betrayal. These productions, made by channels like RTI Colombia, became local hits, boosting national ratings and exported to other Latin American countries. The turning point came in 1994 with Café con Aroma de Mujer, a cult telenovela that propelled Danna to international fame. She played Marcela Vallejo, a strong and independent woman in a male-dominated world of coffee plantations. Alongside Guy Ecker and Margarita Rosa de Francisco, Danna delivered a memorable performance, blending romance, drama, and social critique. The series, broadcast in over 100 countries including the United States, Spain, Italy, Indonesia, and Japan, became a cultural phenomenon. It won numerous awards, including TV Novelas Awards in Colombia, and catapulted Danna to star status. Ratings exploded. In Colombia, it reached 30 rating points, and abroad, it introduced audiences to the richness of Latin productions. Danna, then 16, became a symbol of the new generation of Colombian actresses, often compared to legends like Victoria Ruffo. This success opened doors. She signed exclusive contracts and began traveling for international promotions. In parallel, Danna explored other formats. In 1995, she appeared in Al Final del Arco Iris, a telenovela about chasing dreams, and Paravandas, a psychological drama. These roles diversified her repertoire, from light comedy to dark intrigues. She also studied social communication and business administration at university, though she didn't complete these degrees due to her busy schedule. These studies gave her a business perspective on the industry, helping her negotiate contracts. By the end of the 90s, Danna was an incontournable figure in Colombia, with budding fan clubs and appearances in magazines like TV Novelas. Her elegant style, long hair, radiant smile, made her iconic, influencing fashion among young women. These local successes prepared the ground for her international expansion, marking the end of a Colombian era and the start of adventures beyond borders. Alongside her acting career, Danna García ventured into music in 1994, forming the group Café Moreno with her sister Claudia and 2 other members. Inspired by the success of Café con Aroma de Mujer, the group drew its name from a play on Colombian coffee and the sisters' tan skin. Their music, a blend of Latin pop, salsa, and romantic ballads, targeted a young audience. The first album, released in 1994, included hits like Café Moreno and Amor en Silencio, earning gold and platinum records in Colombia. The group toured the country, filling venues and participating in festivals. Danna, with her soft and expressive voice, became the frontwoman, bringing her on-screen charisma to concerts. The second album in 1995 solidified their success with more mature tracks exploring love and female identity. They sold thousands of copies and earned platinum certifications. However, internal tensions and Danna's acting commitments led to the group's dissolution in 1996 after 2 productions. Though short-lived, this musical adventure enriched Danna's profile. She performed main themes for her telenovelas, like for Pero Amor in 1997. This experience taught her the discipline of recordings and tours, and influenced her future roles where she often incorporated musical elements. Years later, Danna would recall Café Moreno as a joyful parenthesis in her life, a way to express her creativity beyond acting. Although the group didn't last, it left a legacy in 90s Colombian pop, and Danna occasionally continues to sing for soundtracks. In 1996, Danna García took a major step by moving to Mexico, becoming the first Colombian actress to lead a Mexican telenovela, El Norte del Corazón. Produced by Televisa, this series about migrations and cross-border love starred her alongside established Mexican actors. Her Colombian accent added authenticity to the character, and the show achieved good ratings, introducing Danna to the Mexican audience. This move was strategic. Mexico is the hub of telenovelas, exporting worldwide. Danna adapted quickly to local culture, learning nuances of Mexican Spanish and forming friendships with stars like Eduardo Santamarina. A year later, she returned to Colombia for Pero Amor, 1997, playing Sofia Santana, a passionate woman in a love triangle. The series, acclaimed for its realism, earned her several awards, including the TV Novelas Award for Best Actress. She also performed the main theme, blending her musical and acting talents. In 1999, back to Mexico for Hablemos de Amor, a dramatic romance where she sang the opening credits. Once filming wrapped, Danna headed to New York to study at the prestigious Lee Strasberg Theater Institute, a legendary school that refined her method acting technique under professors influenced by Strasberg. This training allowed her to deepen her emotional roles. The year 2000 brought La Revancha, rebroadcast successfully in Mexico, the US, and Europe. This revenge drama solidified her international presence. Danna became a Colombian ambassador, participating in festivals like Cannes to promote Latin productions. These years mark her evolution from a local star to a pan-Latin icon, with lucrative contracts and a growing fanbase in Spain and the US. The peak of Danna's career came in 2003 with Pasión de Gavilanes, a telenovela that became a global phenomenon. She played Norma Elizondo, one of the three Elizondo sisters, opposite the three Reyes brothers portrayed by Mario Samaro, Juan Alfonso Baptista, and Michelle Brown. The story of revenge, love, and passion on a Colombian ranch captivated record audiences. Over 50 million viewers per episode in Latin America, exported to 100 countries. Danna delivered a nuanced performance, blending vulnerability and strength, earning her international nominations. The series influenced pop culture. Its musical themes became hits, and the characters' looks inspired fashion. In 2022, a sequel saw Danna reprise her role for 82 episodes, reviving fans' nostalgia. Followed by Te Voy Enseñar a Querer, 2004, an educational romance, and Corazón Partido, 2006, about broken hearts. In 2008, La Traición reunited her with Samaro for a historical drama, and Un Gancho al Corazón saw her as a comedic boxer alongside Sebastián Rulli. In 2010, Alguien te mira for Telemundo, a psychological thriller with Christian Meyer, added suspense to her repertoire. These iconic roles made Danna one of the most bankable telenovela actresses, with high salaries and endorsements. Beyond telenovelas, Danna diversified her portfolio. She studied social communication and business administration, applying this knowledge to her career. In 2010, she voiced Barbie in Spanish for Toy Story 3, reaching a family audience. In 2012, she starred in the film El Cielo en tu Mirada, a fantasy romance, and in 2018, Malacopa, a comedy. In 2019 to 2020, she appeared in El Señor de los Cielos as Violeta Estrella, a dramatic role in a narco series. In 2023, she was in Amores que Engañan, and in 2024 to 2025, she signed for Me Atrevo a Amarte and V de Victor. For 2026, Jimenez, Un Amor Compartido, sees her as Rebecca. She also explores production and activism, supporting women's causes. Danna's private life is discreet. Since 2012, she has had an on-and-off relationship with Puerto Rican actor Julian Gill. In July 2017, she gave birth to her son, Dante, with Spanish journalist Yvonne Gonzalez. Danna protects her family from the media, occasionally sharing moments on Instagram. She speaks openly about motherhood as an anchor in her chaotic life. Posts on X show her family commitment and values. She is also active in wellness, practicing yoga and environmental activism. In March 2020, Danna contracted COVID-19 during a trip to Spain, marking the start of an ordeal. Isolated in a Madrid hotel to protect her family, she shared her experience on social media. Severe symptoms, fever, fatigue. Hospitalized for complications, she tested positive 3 times, a rare case that left her exhausted. Separated from her son, she endured profound loneliness, criticizing the lack of family support. A year later, in a live session, she cried while discussing her aftereffects: heart issues, respiratory loss, liver problems, and memory loss. She denounced frivolous messages from celebrities and honored the victims. This sad end to her pre-pandemic health transformed her, making her more resilient.